Hi, as always on the EEVblog, I'm keeping you up to date on the latest solar innovation technology. Let's check it out. We've got an absolute doozy for you today. It's in Hackaday. Look at this. New solar spheres claim to be better than solar panels. Not just better, but like 60 times better. I mean, it's just everywhere. Look at this quantum leap in solar technology with WAVJA, I believe that's how you pronounce it, the Photon Energy System. The Photon Energy System allegedly generates 60 times more power than solar panels, may power an electric car without a battery. Tiny spheres, big energy, PV balls challenge solar panel tech. Oh, it's all happening. Look at these balls. Tech company unveils tiny spheres that outperform solar panels using both sun and artificial light, and the company says it could hit 60 times the current capacity. It revolutionizes how we harness sunlight. These balls, look at them. Absolutely amazing. I haven't seen balls like this in a long time. And here's their test setup here, and they can range from 1 to 4 inches inside. That's some pretty big balls. It's on Yahoo Tech, but most importantly, it's on Hackaday. Hackaday, a traditionally trustworthy tech news source here, so I absolutely believe it. So WAVJA are going to heal the Earth. We're going to help us change the Earth. Look at this. Look at these balls. Amplifying power output about 20 times compared to conventional solar panels. Provide a 24-hour power supply. They must have the balls must have storage, and they're pollution-free. Check it out. They have expertise. They have innovative design. We'll see what they can power, what these things can power, but it's an absolute win-win. And look at this hard-hitting team here that they've put this together. This has got winner written all over it. And look, they even had a proper launch event for this thing. Wow, look at this. Man, all the press must have turned out and they demonstrated this. There's absolutely no doubt about that it works. So, yeah, I've been busy. I'm going to verify it. Let's go. All right, I've been hard at work in the EEVblog labs for the last couple of weeks here, trying to duplicate their technology here. But not only have I duplicated, I've improved upon it by like 5 times improvement over what they've got. Look at this. I call this the Photon Irradiance Solar System, or P.I.S.S. Now, they're just using polyangular specular structure sphere according to their patent, but I'm using a dysdiaconous tricontohedron sphere here, and I found it works remarkably better. And I've got a improved focusing lens system. Now, they claim that their balls are either coated with or manufactured from nickel, manganese, cobalt, or NMC. It's not quite clear in the patent. And then they mention silicon carbide and tungsten trioxide, but I tried those and I didn't get nearly the performance out of it I was expecting. But I've used amorphous selenide technology in here, and I've also got internal specular coating, just like they've got as well. But I found the amorphous selenide really did the trick. And just like in their experiment, I'm using a power meter here and just in my ambient lab light, and I haven't even turned on like my main studio lights next to the camera here, I'm getting a power output of 2.2. They were only getting 0.6 as a background, and they were using 9. So that only gives them a power output of 0.066 per sphere. Whereas look, I've only got 1 sphere here. That's all I manufactured, and I'm getting a power output of 2.2. And there's absolutely no trickery whatsoever going on here, right? I've just got the power output of my sphere going into my power meter, and I'm getting 2.2 power output. Now, if I get my torch here and I shine it on top, I get, it goes up to 2.8 here, so I don't get the improvement from 0.6 ambient to 4.5 ambient that they get. So mine is a flatter response than their one, but look, I mean, even with my hands coupled over this, I still get 1.3. Check this out, right? I can even put a coffee cup over this. Look, look, look. And I'm still getting about the same, a little bit more than what power output than what they got, and it's covered here. I mean, I can turn the studio lights, like just the overhead lights off, and it's going down. And if I turn the backlight on here and I turn the main lab lights off. Okay, it's dropped once I turn them all off, but isn't that remarkable? Absolutely amazing technology. So shining the torch on top like that, I am at least 5 times higher power output than their spheres. So forget this photon energy system. The P.I.S.S, the Photon Irradiance Solar System, is where it's at. This is going to take the market by storm. So leave it in the comments down below. Should I go to Kickstarter with this, or should I go for the huge valuation on Start Engine and get like seed funding for this? Because it's at least 5 times better than their photon energy system. It can't be beat. Unbelievable. I think I've cracked it. So once again, it's not clear, but they seem to use tungsten trioxide or silicon carbide as the specular reflective material inside here. I found that didn't work nearly as well, so I've used brass. So I've got brass balls here. Works fantastic. What's that you can smell? Yeah, bullshit. This is some grade A bullshit. I can't believe they're actually doing this. This is one of the most blazoned smelling bullshit devices I've ever seen. This is absolutely remarkable. And we've got video, we've got the patent as well, which you'll take a look at. And this is just, come on. They almost have to be taking the piss. Get it? Mirror week. And it's even been spruiked on, you know, these supposed news YouTube channels, 200 times more efficient. Oh, look, we're going to have drones and 20 times the power output. And this one here, this dude from Straight Arrow News, who'll give you the breakdown of, you know, it's just their marketing spiel and crap. So anyway, let's watch their actual video, shall we? So this is straight from the horse's mouth.
My name is Shireen Chen, and I am the Executive Director of WAVJA USA.
Executive Director, right? So she's got to know what she's on about in terms of tech, in terms of her balls here.
Introduce
So
to you
let's
today
have a look.
the future of green technology brought to you by WAVJA. Our commitment to innovation.
Oh, AI. You've got to have AI these days to get the funding. Super important. I don't think that chip's inside their balls
drives us
or their little base unit.
To create transformative solutions.
Transformative solutions.
Such P.I.S. stands for Photon Energy System.
Photon Energy System.
It revolutionizes how we harness sunlight.
Revolutionary.
We've
Look at
engineered
this.
a system that generates remarkable luminosity by...
It generates luminosity. It generates... How does it generate luminosity? Does it emit light? Does it emit photons? Thought it was supposed to capture them.
Utilizing multiple layers of
Multiple
cutting-edge materials.
Because you don't want a single layer of cutting-edge material, you want multiple layers. That's the ticket, laddie.
And specialized spheres.
Specialized spheres. Look at this. Oh, that dot on the top's got to do something important.
This luminosity is then seamlessly converted into electricity.
So now they're talking about this luminosity, right? And now how it's converting. Is it generating luminosity or is it capturing luminosity? I don't know. I'm confused.
This luminosity is then seamlessly converted into electricity using our proprietary technology.
What's in the box?
Compared
This is the ridiculous claims, right?
P.I.S. is nearly
this is
30
ridiculous.
times
30 times smaller. Yeah, okay. It's smaller. I'll give them that. Tick. Correct.
smaller and generates 7.5 times.
7 times 5, right, so the Hackaday article is correct, 7.5 times. Don't know whether 20, oh, that's right, they've got different generations, but this particular generation, this is Gen 1. I think they're even talking about Gen 3 now.
Times the output.
Get the confuser out, 30 times 7.5, that's 225 times better than a traditional solar panel, which are already, you know, like 23% efficient for an average one. You can get them much higher, but sooner or later, you're going to reach the Schottky limit of solar panels, and then you cannot beat the laws of physics, Captain. So if you don't already know, this is how solar panels work. The sun produces roughly, which is, this is the figure, like the standardized industry figure they use, 1,000 watts per square meter of irradiance from the sun. And that's what you capture. So if you've got a solar panel that's 1 square meter in size, it can theoretically capture, you know, on a perfect solar irradiance day, it can capture 1,000 watts. And with solar, it's all about capture area. With a regular solar panel, your capture area is basically 100% minus, you know, a few of the connecting wires and stuff like that, but, you know, near enough. So you're capturing that. If you've got a 1 square meter solar panel, you're basically capturing 1 square meter of that energy, okay, that 1000 watts per square meter irradiance from the sun. But when you've got these balls, the only capture area you've got is with these specialized spheres is this tiny capture area on top, unless the balls are like you know, translucent and they let some of the light in. But no, this is the special lensing system that they're supposed to have, which then bounces around the light inside. So if it bounces around inside, as we'll see, and it says in the pattern, then it obviously can't come in through the outside sphere of the ball. So it's got to go through this tiny lens. So your capture area is like, right? Capture area of half a bee's dick, and they claim it's like 7.5 times more powerful, or up to 20 times more powerful, whatever it is they're saying and claiming this week. It's ridiculous. It's all about capture area. You literally, it doesn't matter what whiz-bang technology you put inside your balls here, you've only got that capture area. You can only capture that tiny area. I'll leave you to do the maths down below of what, you know, that little diameter, and they've got 9 of them in that area is, and how much of the energy they're just absolutely wasting.
And it is over 200
times more efficient. That's where they got the 220 from. I'm sorry, but this is over unity, okay? It's producing more power out than what you put in. It's just, come on, seriously. How can you take this seriously? This is ridiculous. So this is their first generation balls.
20 times more powerful.
20 times more powerful.
And then our third generation
P.I.S. That's the third gen.
Is 60 times more powerful.
60 times more powerful.
Similarly sized. So
I mean, come on. How can anyone, let alone like Hackaday, take this seriously? What these startup companies do, they just whack the fancy sounding press release onto the Newswire system or whatever news aggregator site is out there with some more fancy material and the videos and the photos and stuff, and then all the news agencies around the world just pick up on it and go, oh yeah, this is really exciting. Oh, I've got to publish this.
Solar panel. P.I.S. can efficiently operate for 24 hours.
The 3D printed balls efficiently operate for 24 hours. What the heck does that mean? It absorbs the light and then it traps it in there and it stores it? What the heck does that mean? They've got no data, they've got no nothing on this because they can't, because it's demonstrably a load of absolute bullshit.
That's P.I.S. apart. It is not just sunlight that powers P.I.S.
It's not just sunlight. Hang on, it's not just sunlight.
It can also harness artificial light.
Artificial light, yeah, as can every other solar panel.
The LED lighting, and it ensures uninterrupted energy generation.
Uninterrupted energy generation, even when the lights are off? Really? You gonna claim that?
Most of all, the P.I.S. is not connected to a battery.
It's not connected to a battery, but as we'll see, they have to use a battery to actually power anything with it.
P.I.S. is actually a separate battery system.
It's a separate battery system. So they're claiming a battery is literally a storage device. So they're claiming that these balls store things. What is inside the box if it's not a battery? And is it inside the balls? Because that's what it makes it out to be in the pattern. The magic is happening inside the ball, not inside the box.
Now, let's put P.I.S. to the test.
Let's test it.
Today we're showcasing our first generation prototype, a proof of concept already making waves.
It's already making waves.
For this demonstration, you can see our first
here's their setup.
P.I.S. system,
first generation
including
system.
the spheres and the base.
What does the base do? There's no information at all on the
artificial lights and the power meter, which
power meter. Do I have to say anything at all to the EEVblog audience? But for those, you know, there might be Joe Average out there who does not watch the channel. Welcome, by the way. I do debunking videos among other electronics engineering and other stuff. This is not a power meter. That is demonstrably false. This is a multimeter, and as we'll see, our output reading.
It is important to note that the power meter,
she didn't misspeak, she said it again, a power meter. It is not a power meter, it's a multimeter, and it's measuring DC voltage. 0.6 volts here. It's not measuring power. It's just demonstrable bullshit.
will read 50% at the...
It'll read 50%. What does 50% mean? 50% of what? Because later it shows 4.5 volts. So I don't know where the 1.2 volts is.
The beginning of the demonstration.
This is rubbish.
Due to the ambient lighting in the room.
Due to the ambient lighting. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it actually produces a voltage, just like my one does.
As we begin our demonstration, we charge the system with LED.
Right, so they reckon that they charge it. So there's got to be some sort of energy storage. And if you read the pattern, it implies it's inside the balls. But what do these giant bases do if they don't have a battery in there? Huh? What's the storage element? Might be a supercapacitor. Oh, even with graphene, maybe. Oh, that's a ticket.
LED flashlights. The next step is to charge the power bank.
Next step is to charge the power bank. Now here's where, like, they've already made technical mistakes in this by calling a multimeter a power meter. Okay, it does not measure power. And now they're saying that they're charging up this battery. How are they charging it? Are they charging it with the balls, or did they simply have it pre-charged from the wall or other USB outlet?
Though we use a power bank for this demonstration,
see, they're being careful about what they say here. Though we use a power bank for this demonstration. So they're using the power bank to actually power the tablet that they're going to do.
the battery can be connected and charged to the P.I.S. system.
It can be connected and charged. So they're not even demonstrating using the P.I.S. to charge the battery. They're just saying it can be. They're not actually demonstrating it here because they've already pre-charged the battery from the mains. It's just ridiculous. Let's listen to that again.
Though we use a power bank for this demonstration, the battery can be connected and charged to the P.I.S. system in various ways.
In various ways?
Compared to solar panels.
Compared to solar panels. How? There's no information on this. It's just complete gibberish. And you can see there that now, once they turn the lights on, it does jump up to 4.5 volts. And that's completely genuine, of course, because they have solar cells inside here. That's all they've got, solar cells inside here. And then it's just connected to this. It's just ridiculous. Come on. It gives out a voltage, but it's not capable of delivering anything but microwatts of power. I mean, it's milliwatts maybe.
We can use the power bank to charge various devices, such as a tablet.
Yes, they're using the power bank. You notice, they literally said it. They're using the power bank to charge this. And then they just admitted before that they're not even charging the power bank with their photon energy system here. They just saying it can, but they're not demonstrating it here. They're using just a power bank to power a tablet. They're demonstrating nothing here. It's like that meme.
Nothing! You've done nothing! Nothing!
Once again, just look at the tiny capture area of these tiny little lenses. You can't just magnify the energy. It doesn't do it. And like, oh, come on.
But how can P.I.S. be integrated into various fields? Picture this. The compact 6-centimeter P.I.S. system powering transportation applications like trucks or even a futuristic flying car designed to accommodate 4 passengers. And with just 2 P.I.S. systems, larger flying taxis could soar through the skies, all powered by clean, renewable energy.
No. No.
Our smaller 3-centimeter P.I.S. system is tailor-made to fuel smaller vehicles.
So they've gone from spruiking a thing that just is 200 times more efficient than solar panels to something that has no capture area whatsoever to capture any solar energy, and it just has some magical storage woo-woo device in there that, you know, their magical silicon carbide technology or whatever it is. Yeah, nah. Do I even have to insult anybody by getting the confuser out and trying to figure out how many of these balls you need with the tiny capture area here in their 9x9 array or in their 3x3 array or whatever it is, hundreds of thousands of those to get the peak power required to power the truck?
Favorite concepts, a cargo delivery drone.
A cargo delivery drone.
We're actually looking at a real-time current proof of concept that
you're actually looking at a real-time current proof of concept of these balls that are stuck onto a car and they are not connected. Did they drill a hole in the bonnet and did it go through? Assuming this is a real photo and not just photoshopped on there. That's just absolute utter garbage. It is demonstrable bullshit. And look, I'll link in the pattern down below. Here it is. We'll go through it briefly, but this just blows my mind. It's San Chen, who is the founder. Here he is. Oh yeah, we've got graphene. Look at this, graphene here. Well-known industrial designer who develops nanomaterials, laser energy transmission systems, generation ionosphere, communications technology, 3D holographic cameras, and oh, He's an artist, screenwriter, he does art director, does everything. He has been in the media before. Look, he was jailed in 3 years for China for buying toy guns online. I guess, yeah, don't do that. It's CEO of Keyloft, New York-based company that designs game apps and smartphones. First-person shooter game app. Anyone played Sans game? But now he's hit the big time with, coincidentally, she has the same last name, Esquire, here. Are they married or something? I don't know. She's the president and she's a co-founder of WAVJA. She's just got no technical things at all. Nope. Patrick Chu here has some technical chops. He should know better. Joseph Hugh, he's got some technical chops as well, so he should know better as well. Unbelievable. Power meter. So here they're showing their figures of it all bouncing around inside. Okay, it comes in here. Where does it go out? Do they connect electrodes to the magical woo-woo material? But then how does it get through the mirrors inside? Or is the internal coating, they mention mirrors, but then they don't, what? No, like there's no output. There's no output. They got a hole, it comes in, it bounces around, and what? What is that? Oh, God. Oh, let it stop. Let it stop. Yeah, you're going to be able to power your calculator. That's about the only thing you're going to be able to power with this crap. No, you cannot beat the laws of physics, Captain. This is the biggest load of bullshit I have seen. This is just ridiculous. Right off the bat, you don't take them seriously when they say, this is the power meter, and it's measuring 0.6 volts. Give me a break. We're going to power trucks, and we're going to power mythical flying machines. Is it bigger bullshit than the Tipper one? And I think Tipper had more viability than this one. At least it had like real solar cells in there actually collecting the energy. And they admit that the battery powers the tablet. So they're not demonstrating anything. They're just demonstrating that it outputs not 0.6 volts and 4.5 volts when you put it in the sun. So anyway, this one's just going to die in the ass. And it's all over Unity BS. As whenever you hear, 5 times the output of a solar panel, you can't. You have a physical limitation of how much energy comes to a certain capture area, 1 square meter of capture area. Nominal, 1,000 watts per square meter. Can they get more than that, Captain? Thoughts and comments down below, and as always, discuss on the EEVblog forum. All right, I'll do my bit for the planet and I'll give this technology away for free. So I'm going to reveal it here now. Here you go. It's a PLA ball with a lens stuck on top with some super glue and an amorphous solar cell that I got from an old Casio calculator that I used in one of my projects. So there you go, knock yourself out, get your 100 mil seed funding on Start Engine. Go for it. But of course, producing voltage is nothing because it's about the power that you produce. And no, this isn't a power meter, it's the BM235 multimeter. And we can plug current in there and we can measure the short circuit current. There you go, 0.5 milliamp. Yeah, knock yourself out.